Here's how I create irresistible and sometimes viral lead magnets using AI in less than 10 minutes. I'm going to walk you through this guide and I'm going to show you exactly what I do so you can hopefully help replicate and model what I'm doing to get your own results. And this was all without losing your own authenticity and creativity, which we're going to get into why this is so important in just a minute. Now, I once in 2023 kind of stumbled upon this, and I did not use AI to go viral on this particular lead magnet, but I've trained my AI personally on what I have done in the past to get lead magnets to just go completely bonkers, go completely viral. And I have cracked the code, and I can do this now on almost repeat. It doesn't happen every time, right? You don't make every shot that you shoot, but it happens more and more often with this formula. And so basically, why most people fail with AI generated content and lead magnets, whatever they're trying to produce, is they let AI do all of the work. And this ends up creating like very generic content, very uninspiring content. The right way to do it is you want to use AI as your assistant while keeping your own creativity and your authenticity intact. And so what I'm going to show you here in this short video is the step-by-step method to create high-value lead magnets while quickly while keeping them unique to you. And so the first step here is the avatar messaging. You want to teach your AI your avatar, who you are trying to target. You want to teach it your messaging. This is so important because if you don't do this, you're going to end up with some very generic stuff. And so here's a prompt that you can use. This is basically mine. So you just switched out, you could say if you're an online coach, right? I'm an online coach and I work with avatar and I help them get XYZ outcomes, right? So you want to get specific here with the dream outcome that you help them with and the problems that you help solve. And then who's your audience? So in this particular prompt, I put my audience was fitness, health, nutrition, mindset type coaches, male and female, blah, blah, you can read, right? And so you're basically just giving it some of the demographics and then what core problems do they have, right? What are their wants and aspirations? Just get very specific here and list this out. And a bonus, if you already have come up with unique solutions, unique mechanisms, brand pillars, things like that, this is a lot of what I teach inside of my mentorship, how to like really dial in your messaging. If you've done that in some capacity, it's going to help make your stuff more unique if you can add in more unique positioning around it. But this is a little bit more advanced. And so step 2, the way I love to use AI, I'm going to show you an example here. And this is going to be kind of meta because I did this step to be able to create what I'm sharing with you right now, is I like to just pull out my phone. I'm personally using ChatGPT. I'm sure like DeepSeek, what is it called? Like DeepSeek or Claude AI. I'm sure they all work pretty similar. I just happen to use ChatGPT and I will pull it out. I typically use it on my phone and there's this little feature down here and I don't ever use like the voice where it talks back to me. I'm sure that works too. I use the little audio. So basically it's like talk to text and I just talk out. I brain dump my entire idea. So instead of writing it out or trying to come up with a cool prompt, which I do have some cool prompts I'll show you, but I like to talk it out. I find this works best. And I just like literally for sometimes 2 minutes to 20 minutes it was probably my longest. I just talk out. I talk about my ideas. I just brain dump what I have in my mind for this. And then I just give it instructions. I ask it to clarify, to structure, and improve what I've put out here without replacing my creativity. And I'll show you some prompts on how I do that too, if you want to kind of get started with that. So I treat AI as my marketing assistant, not my content creator. This is the big key here, right? You don't want it to create for you, at least in my opinion, get generic stuff. You just want it to be your assistant and just help clarify your thinking and organize. Okay? And so basically you open ChatGPT, you speak your idea as if you're explaining it to a client or to a team member, right? Then you ask AI to organize your format into an outline or a checklist or however you want it. This is literally what I did, and I'll show this to you here in just a second for this. And then you can edit and refine your draft to keep in your voice. So this is just a sample prompt if you want to get something started. I don't even use a prompt for this. So basically what I did is I just talked into it for a couple minutes and told it exactly what I wanted to do. Really, really simple. and then it came here, and you could see it. For the most part, I didn't put everything in here, but it created this for me based upon what I wanted it to do. So that's the big key. And I again, I'm kind of beating this because I see people use AI and they try to get it to create stuff for them. And it's super generic and they might not have expertise there. But when you are actually speaking to it, as if you're talking to a friend, a client, a team member, and you're just brain dumping, you're just talking out exactly what, like, then it has a novelty to it. It has a uniqueness to it. And so step 3 is you can enhance existing content. So if you already have like a video you've done or a podcast that you've done, or maybe you've done a Zoom session, or maybe you send a client a Loom, you could take that valuable content that you already created and turn it into a lead magnet in literally seconds, okay? Because it can extract the key insights from these videos, podcasts, these coaching calls. And so here's some prompts that I use. So you could take a Loom video and you could see this prompt. It's really, really specific, right? So you can come in here and edit it out depending on what it is that you're using. But this is for Loom. So if you go to loom.com, you can basically record videos that look similar to this. And then when you're done, there'll be a little button on the side for the transcript. YouTube videos, you can go into YouTube. I just recently did a video to show how to take YouTube videos and turn them into 20 to 30 pieces of content. So you could check out that video as well on my YouTube channel. But you could just go and get the transcript from YouTube. It's really, really simple. It's in the description section of any YouTube video. You click the see more button, and then down below in the description, you will see a button called transcript. You can click on transcript and it'll pop up on the right-hand side of your computer. And you can just literally copy and paste the transcript. And I recommend doing this for your YouTube videos, not for other people's. That should be a duh. And then here's a viral lead magnet formula. And so I want to show you, I just did this as an example in here. But it's a very simple prompt that you can use to get AI to create a viral lead magnet for you. Now, again, it does a pretty good job, but it's not going to be a home run every time. So set your expectations of like, I want you to use the discernment of, do you think this is actually going to land with people? Don't just like hope and pray that it's going to work. Use your discernment, and I'll show you what I mean in just a second. You just input your niche here. You can input if you want to do a lead magnet, or if you're trying to create like some kind of training or content that you want to go viral. You can, place here how many ideas that you want it to give you. So it's really simple. And here's an example of what I just did is I put this exact hook here, right? I asked it for 5 ideas, and it pretty much gave me some pretty decent stuff, right? The 0 guesswork content vault, 10 plug and play posts that attract inbound leads. It's pretty on point. Like, I think my ideal clients would like this. The content profit calculator. And why this works is in the prompt here, I say I want original. Here, let me go back. It might be easier to see here. I say I want unique hooks, right? And then I want it to be original perspectives or insights that will capture attention. I think that's a really big key here, because it won't come up with some generic stuff, right? Like, this stuff here is definitely not generic. This is more on my brand. The storytelling playbook. I teach a lot on storytelling and copywriting and content and things like that. So that's unique to what I do. The magic messaging blueprint. Now, granted, I've taught it, as I showed you here, I've taught it my messaging. It knows everything about my messaging and my unique mechanisms and stuff like that. And so this happens to be one of my unique mechanisms, magic messaging, right? And so you could see there's a lot of novelty in here, right? The cash conversion content calendar. It's unique. It's different, right? And so really, really key. And then step 4 is you could format and finalize your lead magnet. So this is where AI can help you polish and format, right? You could structure this for clarity. You can add call to actions to your lead magnets to be able to book more calls or get more inbound leads, whatever your goal is. And then you can export it as a PDF or Google Doc, right? And then so here's just a basic prompt that you can use if you need help with like knowing what to say to polish it. But going back to my original point, like in my experience, the best way to do is just to talk to it. Like if you talk to it as if it's like a marketing assistant or it's an assistant for you, it works really, really well. And I find that it actually does better than me trying to come up and engineer like, a perfect prompt. Like I feel just me talking to it just works better. So anyways, I hope that's super helpful for you, and give it a go. Give it a test. I'd love to hear if it comes up with something that just blasts off for you. And I would love for you to share like the results that you're getting from this. And if you did find this video helpful, make sure to click subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. And as always, if there's anything else I have so much when it comes to AI and creating content, creating lead magnets, creating like promotional stuff. I mean, it's endless. I've done a lot of work here. So if there's something specific that you're looking for when it comes to how to better leverage AI, like let me know down below, and I'm happy to be able to create a video if there's enough interest in it as well. So as always, remember, your message matters now more than ever. Don't be afraid to speak it. As always, be seen, be heard, and be impactful.